Hello and welcome to Let's Play Destroy All Humans, the 2020 remake version. I'm still your host and this is episode 17, where we are doing the mission Fear on Down. And as always, this mission was in the original game, so there's nothing really new here as far as new content. But there's Crypto almost having his balls singed off by a laser, even though canonically he doesn't even have them. Oh yeah, the Furons, they don't have... yeah. Well, either way, we should kind of count ourselves lucky that they maybe don't, otherwise it might be very, very terrifying. Anyway, this is Fear on Down, which should be a pretty fun mission, even if it is quite a bit long. Plenty of time to talk, plenty of time to do commentary, and also a cutscene coming up.
Curse you, pathetic humans! Mind woozy, vision blurred, bladder bursting, must get to a lavatory. Oh, my aching cranium. Crypto, you moron. First step is admit you've got a problem. Please, please, tell me I'm alone. Oh, thank you. Great frontal lobes. But where in space am I? Looks like some kind of primitive laboratory, a cage, and humans are being held against my will, and not in the fun way. Oh, they touched me. I feel so dirty. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here now.
And so here we are in the research lab, kind of. And what we're going to do is quickly holobob this scientist so that we can basically make that explode and get out. Not really explode, but turn off. So we've been captured by the humans and we're going to have to get out. And we can do that just as simply as, holobobbing. Because, I don't know, maybe they think that we can't do that even though we can. You'd think with all this research that they're doing, they'd know that we have these powers, but apparently they don't. Apparently they don't even plan for that. Anyway, at least they have majestic agents that can tell we're not who we say we are. Either way, another cutscene. Here we are.
Little green men! Not again! Colorblind morons! Die, pea brain! Hey, where's the... What did you do with my clip, monkey boy? Phew! So much for wholesale carnage. I guess I'll just have to settle for ripping your limbs off one by one with my bare hands until I find it. With my bare hands.
And oh look, they disabled all our weapons. Which is annoying. And also that man ran away screaming. Yeah, so this is a place called Uniontown, and Uniontown is made up of this area and then there's another area that we'll be going to in, well, very shortly, let's say very shortly, and then there's another part of Uniontown, the town itself. And we will be visiting that later on, not in this episode but in another one. And maybe in the future if I start doing the side missions, then you'll see it. But for the most part, Uniontown feels like a little bit of an afterthought, because we've only got 2 missions here, and that is kind of crap. But this mission is based around sneaking around. You don't have to sneak around, but whilst we have no weapons, it's a little bit, you know, suicidal to just jump in here without any weapons. But we got some now. Got the ammo and all that. Either way, I wanted to very quickly skim over and said that my Discord server, I remodeled it and it is working well. People are enjoying it, people are actually using it a lot more. Which is kind of strange because it is kind of just a... Maybe, I don't want to say a rip-off of how it was originally, but I basically just went in and made it a bit more tidy. Which is fair. I think it's a good decision to make something tidier and then it's more easy to use, I think is the term I'm going to go for, and we do also have some other features. So that's nice, and I'm also thinking about putting bots in there as well, although I've been doing stuff manually so far, so I don't know whether I'll use those or not. But just to kind of drive the point home, people are enjoying it, and that's really nice, and we welcome some new members as well, which is cool. Anyway, back on topic with the mission. Fear Undown was in the original game, and well, obviously they brought it back. Can I just say though, Uniontown looks great. I mean, this fog, whilst this place is supposed to be ugly, you know, all industrialised and all that, I think it looks pretty cool. You know, they've got the cobbled floor, cobbled ground, and all the metal for the shipping stuff, and these big tanks of stuff that we don't know what's in it because they don't put any labels on. Still, yeah, very nice, actually. However, how to get up there, you do have to use your jetpack, I believe. There's no other way, I don't think. And I've basically wasted some time trying to figure out how to get up there, because there is a guy up there I'm supposed to scam, and I didn't really know how I was going to get up. There is a ladder there, and I wondered whether you could actually use ladders in this game. You can't, which is annoying. So I guess you just have to get on top of that building and scan him. Anyway, whilst I go around and make a fool of myself by not realising that you can just use your jetpack, this is a pretty long mission, and you will notice that we have a 22-minute episode right in front of us here, and hopefully throughout that time you can always be engaged. I hope so, because keeping an audience engaged is a little bit... I wouldn't say it's impossible. Also, we need to get our jetpack from in there, by the way, because we don't have it yet. I didn't realise. But it's not like they're going to put up a quarantine area. Right, okay, let's just walk into the quarantine area, the area you're not supposed to go into, and just have no one notice. Yeah. So don't forget to grab your jetpack if you're playing this mission. Fear Undown. I can say I like this mission. I think it's a neat change. It feels like this is a more in-depth mission because it's got a little bit of a story to it. You know, you're captured, you don't have many weapons. It's supposed to be that point, okay, now you feel a bit vulnerable, now the humans are starting to cotton on to what you're doing. And they use the Tesla coils. The Tesla coils in the actual game, you know, you saw it in the cutscene, just shock us and knock us out of the sky. They can't do that in the actual game, they just do damage. So, yeah. But anyway, it's a pretty cool mission, and I think it does do a nice job of showing off how they remade all these areas. Even, you know, Uniontown actually looks lovely, even though it is very green and sort of industrialised and gritty and dirty and all that. So, pretty pleased, and it plays mostly the same, which is nice. having tiny little changes, tiny little changes as the game has been remade and sort of remodeled a little bit, I guess you could say, remodeled. You know, slight changes and all that. We need to interact with this guy. And he's gonna ask us for a password, which we know is, say it with me now, Marilyn. Obviously, Marilyn Monroe. We can also say Jane Russell or Lana Turner, who were big actors, you know, actresses, sorry, in many films around this time. Now, obviously, I don't know what films Lana Turner and Jane Russell have been in. I do know Marilyn Monroe was in. I think it was Some Like It Hot. That's one of the films she's been in, right? And you know, all those actresses, I believe, are now long dead. You know, Marilyn Monroe, especially. I think she died pretty young. It's a shame, but you know, as life goes on, these actresses must be replaced by somebody else, and we kind of always have celebrities, you know. So they were the celebrity actresses of their day, and now we've got our own now. Nice little time warp. Yeah, this For All Human series has got going on. I like time warps. I like looking at things in a different time period. And this game obviously takes the 1950s and just completely runs with it and just laughs at everything that's just off, just wrong in today's world. It just doesn't make sense now. But back in the time, I'm sure people did. It did make sense. And I know I'm not really talking much about the mission itself, but you can just see what's going on. Anyway, trying to get out of here in our saucer. Hope it works.
Something's wrong with this ship. I can't take off.
The humans have removed the power cells from the ship's engine core. I've detected the radiation signature of the energy cells coming from a human marine transport vessel near your location.
And it doesn't work because they've removed the power cells, which we need to go and get from the barge, the marine vessels, and whatever. So yeah. Here's the water effects. I like the water effects in this game, it looks nice. And there was a section like this in the original game where you had to run across these barges, and there were a lot more of them actually. However, this time it's kind of more realistic, you know. There's only, what, 3 barges and 1 large ship. But still, neat. Everything's neat. I like it. You will notice I am extracting brains, pretty much, to kill these guys, near enough. And I think that extracting brains in this game is more important than it ever has been before, because you will need that DNA for the upgrades, and unless you're doing the side missions, which I can have a little bit of a gripe with the side missions, honestly. You'll see them if I ever do them, but I have a little bit of a gripe. My gripe is, they seem much harder. In the original game, you could replay a side mission, and it would gradually get harder and then stop at a certain level, and then you'd earn DNA, you know, based on completing it and all that. And I thought that was repetitive, but fine. However, in this game, they do seem a lot more difficult to complete. I mean, I struggled with some of them in the early areas of the game. And they do really mean, when it comes up as a bit of a help text kind of thing in the loading screens, get upgrades to succeed with the side mission challenges thing. They really do mean that. They really do. And yeah, so I'm just gonna say extract brains whenever you can to get as much DNA as possible. And also maybe think about collecting the probes, because the probes will give you some DNA and it's a healthy chunk. So that's nice. I actually haven't at this moment in time got all the probes for Uniontown. I've got them all for the next area of the game. I got them all for Area 42, every single one for Santa Modesta, and Turnip Seed Farm I've completed. Rockwell, you know, with Rockwell I'm missing about 6 of them. 6 out of the possible 30 of Rockwell. And to be honest, when you're watching a video and you don't remember which ones you've already gotten, it can be a little bit annoying because you basically have to just follow the guy anyway, you know, follow the video, to check that you have indeed got them all and you haven't missed one. And I did spend quite a while looking around Rockwell to see if I could find them all on my own. I mean, it started off strong, started off easy, and then at the end of it all I was kind of wondering, okay, where are these last 6? So yeah, the probe hunting in the game, if you are going to do it, please don't collect a lot of probes. Unless you want to find every single one 100% legit without knowing where they are beforehand. I do recommend looking up a video when you want to go in and collect them all, and there aren't that many that you've got already. Do that, otherwise you'll have to live with watching the video and, you know, following the steps along to try and figure it out. So, there's the situation with the probes. I am going to try and collect them all. Gotta catch them all. Anyway. No, I do not play Pokemon. I've never played a Pokemon game. I want to, but I don't know where to start because there are that many different Pokemon games. I don't know which one to start with. And to be completely honest with you, the only Nintendo system that I actually own is a Nintendo DS at this point, you know, one of the original ones. And if I know that's a bit of a flashback for a lot of people, because the DS was quite a popular thing. Yeah, so I own an original DS Lite in this sort of light blue. I think it's light blue, might be cyan, light cyan. It's a very nice colour. I think it's very nice. Apparently rare, according to what someone said. It's a rare colour. So I'm glad I got one of the rare ones. I did have one previously and then I got the light. Don't know where the original one I had went. So yeah. The only Nintendo system I own that could have the Pokemon game on it is the DS. And I mean, that's fair enough, you know, I just don't know where to start with DS Pokemon games. Everyone always said, oh, start at the beginning, start at the original Pokemon titles. Well, I'm gonna say no, on the basis that they are the originals, and sometimes the originals can be a little bit more hard going, you know, they made improvements as they went along. So, if anyone can recommend a Nintendo DS Pokemon game that is decent and good for a beginner, let me know please, and I might consider picking one up when I've got some money to spare, because they are still pricey, at least at places that I've seen nearby. So yeah, that's the whole situation with Pokemon. Also, just worthy of note, just coming in here, because I did forget to mention that I have got Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go, I know it's not really a Pokemon game, really. Kind of, sort of, I mean, it's made by the same people, it's got Pokemon in it. But it's kind of not the same thing. So I don't really know what to make of that, because I've only just recently downloaded it and put it in my phone. so I don't know how much I'm going to be playing that. I haven't actually played it today whilst I've been doing this commentary and stuff. However, yeah, I'm just letting you know, I have technically played a Pokemon game, Pokemon Go, but, you know, I don't think that's one of the mainstream ones, and I would much rather play a mainstream one. So, as always, just tell me if you know of any good ones. So yeah, and once this mission finishes, by the way, we are going to be heading into a new area again, because, you know, we only just discovered this new area, and now we're going to go into a new one once this mission is over. It'll be called Capital City, which is basically Washington DC. I'm not really spoiling anything because it's happening next episode. I mean, we can look now if you want. But yeah, mission complete. I reckon. Yeah, there we go. So, that is kind of weird that we just move on to another area straight after this mission when we've just discovered Uniontown. And I feel like, oh, fire ravages island, authorities deny explosion, blame local delinquents. Convenient if you've got local delinquents to blame, am I right? But anyway, yeah, so that's Uniontown. We'll be coming back there one more time in the playthrough, not next episode, but the episode after, I believe. And we'll see what all is going on. Uniontown, I think, is a pretty nice area, and so is Capital City. Actually, I'm really am blown away by the graphical quality of this game. Honestly, it doesn't show up well when I upload it from Share Factory, but believe me, if you play it and you watch high quality footage of this game, you'll see what I mean. It does look excellent, and you know, I'm not playing on a PS4 Pro, and I think this looks great. So on the whole, I'd say this game graphically very impressive. Pretty late in the playthrough to say it, but you know, new areas, and I'm just blown away. Anyway, that does it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed. Next time we'll be going to Capital City, as I said, for mission number 18. Yeah, 18? I think so. And we will be going to do Mr. Crypto Goes to Capital City. See you then.